Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. What a day it's been. If you're an Italian, if you're a tennis lover, Yannick Sinner got Italy on his shoulders after I don't know how many years. An Italian on a Grand Slam, Australian Open. What a guy, humble guy, kind, generous, fantastic, talented. Yannick Sinner is in every tennis lover's heart. So yeah, massive day if you're Italian. I follow the game. I'm a big tennis enthusiast. So I was up this morning, and what a game it was. What an absolute cracker of a tennis game. Who would have thought after the second set ended that Sinner would actually go on and beat Medvedev? What a weekend. We need to conclude this weekend, tomorrow evening, with a win. Because I don't want this happiness to be destroyed by Roma. It's a typical thing for Roma to do. We need to win tomorrow. No excuses whatsoever. Tomorrow's crucial. Tomorrow's key. Because you're looking, we're playing last. You're looking at the game week results. And quite a lot of our opponents are losing points. Bologna lost points yesterday. They could have lost even more points, but fair play to them. They played a great game against Milan, but they did lose 2 points. Lazio-Napoli is currently 0-0, but that game isn't ended, so maybe both of them, maybe one of the two could lose points. And obviously Fiorentina tonight are playing against Inter. So it could be a very, very good game week for us if we do end it with a win. It was press conference day today, so obviously you know the role. We're here to discuss De Rossi's second press conference. We're here to discuss, to translate, to react to his words regarding this game. There's one thing that I want to say, however. So I posted a video of me speaking in Italian a few hours ago. I just wanted to say, don't be scared. This channel isn't changing philosophy. This channel isn't changing whatsoever. I could never abandon this international foreign community, which has made me the person I am today. So don't worry if you see some videos of me speaking in Italian, absolutely don't. As well as the daily videos that I'm going to bring to you guys in English following Roma and regarding Roma. There are going to be 3/4, maybe even 5 weekly videos in Italian to further expand the community and bring some Italian Roma fans into it as well. So no need to worry. It's just a way to expand everything. And yeah. Let's do this. Right, first question is a typical question. It was a typical question under Mourinho. It has now been a trend, typical question, even with De Rossi. It is about Smalling. The mystery continues. It feels like a Harry Potter movie. It feels like somebody made him drink a magic potion, not because he's injured, but because we don't really know what he has. We don't really know where he's been. And you know the mystery here is that Roma don't post him on their social media. I really don't know what happened with Smalling. The fact that he fell out with Mourinho, 100%. The fact that he posted an Instagram story justifying and making himself loud the day after Mourinho got sacked is definitely not a coincidence. The fact that Mourinho and Smalling fell out isn't even a surprise to me anymore. But now that Mourinho isn't here, is Smalling still injured, or can Smalling maybe hurry up? So the question is there a date for Smalling's return? Now, if I were De Rossi, if I had to set an objective for Chris Smalling, I would set an easy objective, and the easy objective would be you need to be ready for the time we play Feyenoord. Playing in Rotterdam with Smalling fit and playing in Rotterdam without Smalling are two very completely different things. The only thing that scares me about Feyenoord, again, we still have a month basically to go until that game. But 1 month before, what scares me about that game is the fact that them at home, they can score a lot of goals. We need solidity in that defense, and playing that game with Smalling in defense would be revolutionary. So, in my opinion, that should be his comeback date. But this is what De Rossi says. He is training together with Renato Sanchez and Kumbulla. I follow their path, and me and our staff We monitor them daily. I go there and I watch the training and they seem quite fluent in their movements. I think that in the next few weeks, perhaps as early as the next, they could go back to doing something with us, maybe training with the group. But it's too early to give a date of returning for training. For these long-term injuries, we need to evaluate day by day. So the situation continues. I mean, the situation gets monitored. I completely forgot about Renato Sanchez until De Rossi mentioned him in this. I completely forgot that we have Renato Sanchez in our team. Again, he's always injured. And the third one is Kumbula, which apparently he could leave at the end of this transfer window. In these last days, he could leave on loan. He wants to play more. He wants to be ready for Albania's Euro 2024 in the same group stage as Italy, by the way. He wants a call up, and he knows that at Roma, realistically speaking, now that we have Huijsen and now that Kumbula is coming from a serious injury, he probably won't get many minutes. So Kumbula wants to leave and try new experience himself. I would not oppose him getting loaned out. I would kind of oppose him being sold because I still think he's young. I still think Kumbula can give quite a bit and demonstrate us quite a bit. So I wouldn't necessarily sell him now, but loan him 100%. It's what we need to do with Kumbula. But, I mean, speaking, again, returning to Smalling, my question here is this. My question here, you know when De Rossi says, for these long-term injuries, we need to evaluate the situation day by day. I have a question here, and my question here is one hell of a simple question. If Smalling has a long-term injury, then why the hell hasn't he got surgery to get it away from him? I really don't get this. Because if after 6 months Smalling is still roaming around in the training session, running around and not doing much, then it suggests to me that his injury wasn't a long-term injury. If it's a long-term injury, you would have opted for a better recovery and a better treatment. Something which Smalling, I'm not going to say he refused to do, because I don't believe people who say he opposed it. No, he's a professional football player. But I just wouldn't understand why he would kind of maybe try and oppose it. You know, it's for your own well-being. Which again, Mourinho definitely comes in this situation. But now that Mourinho's gone, okay, I understand that Smalling can't immediately come back in because he will look like an absolute idiot if the second Mourinho goes away, Smalling's back. You know, it will make Mourinho look like kind of an idiot and it will make Smalling look like a bitch. So you can't do that now for respect to Mourinho and for respect to the fans and the players who had to sacrifice themselves because you didn't want to play. And I understand that. But we need to hurry up. We're like halfway through the season. And not only Smalling is injured, but we know nothing about him. We don't know where he is. We don't know what he has. I don't see a picture of Smalling on Roma's social media since, I don't know when, since August. I want to know the real truth and the real story to this. I know that I will never know it because everybody will have different versions of it. But I want to know a linear path as to why Smalling is considered to have a long-term injury, but yet is taking way too much time to decide on what recovery to do and treatment to take. Second question, have you already decided on the hierarchies and goal, or do you have to evaluate something? So effectively the question here is, without explicitly saying it, is can Rui Patricio be dropped after that stinker against Verona? In fact, I would like to know what everybody thinks here. Should Rui Patricio be dropped? Should Svilar start Roma games? Let me know what you think in the live chat, because it's a difficult situation. It's a difficult decision to make, because on one hand you have an emerging goalkeeper, and on the other hand you've got an experienced goalkeeper. He hasn't been playing too bad lately, Rui Patricio, but it's just that he's never consistent. I decided on the hierarchies and goal the second I arrived. Rui Patricio had saved very well in recent months, in my opinion, doesn't and won't change for one single game. The goalkeeper must have well-established hierarchies, which are obviously not eternal. You have to look at the performances. Happy with both of them. I knew Svilar less, but he impressed me with his completeness as a goalkeeper. One mistake doesn't change my mind on Rui Patricio, who in my opinion has saved our matches in recent months. Even though I wasn't here, I watched the matches. He's focused on Monday and not on the past. I'm very calm from that point of view. So Rui Patricio's staying as first goalkeeper. De Rossi said he looks... He has seen a concentrated Rui Patricio who isn't getting carried away by his mistake that he made against Verona. A goalkeeper which, yes, has pulled some good saves recently, but has also proved to be one of the most inconsistent goalkeepers in the league. The question of whether I would sub him off or not, you know me, I'm not a fan of neither, but I think Svilor has grown, and I think Svilor has evolved. Mourinho gave him a good treatment. He played Svilor in certain games. Svilor got used to those games. Svilor got used to the rhythm. So I definitely think Svilor is a way more confident goalkeeper than what he was last year or what he was at the start of the season. But would I start him over Rui Patricio right now? I'd still maybe tend to go with Rui Patricio, but if the situation does degenerate and Rui Patricio keeps on pulling stinkers, then yes, I would make the decision. What I'm trying to say here is, I don't see a massive difference between the two. It's just the fact that one's more experienced and the other is less experienced that, in my opinion, is making up De Rossi's mind. How do you overcome this emotional and mental problem of away games? Mourinho saw a lack of personality, afraid of playing away from home. The coach asked for a team of bandits. Which team are you asking for? You quote Mourinho, so you should ask him what he saw in these periods, why he saw fear from these players. I evaluate what I see, and I see players with personality. And even if I had to take a step back in their careers, they are players who played for us and won away from home. They took us to the final in Europe. Cristante and Spinazzola won a European Championship away from home in England in the final. There are times when things go wrong at home and others when they go wrong away from home. These are phases of the season. I like the team of bandits as a slogan, because in football you always need to have that competitive angularity and wickedness that makes you take away points even in a dirty way in bad matches. I want a team of great players, and I think I have it. In terms of personality, I don't think I have a team that sins from this point of view. So, again, I think this is an example of different communication skills, different approach to mediatic communication, no doubt about this. Because once again, De Rossi is saying, I like how Mourinho described this team, a team of bandits. But I see a team who is just living a bad moment away from home. And it's normal, because these are phases of the season. Again, he's repeated how this team is a very strong team, according to him. It's obviously normal, because De Rossi as a manager, up to now, he's been used to spal players. So of course, when you put Dybala, Lukaku in front of him, he'll say that it's a great team. Mourinho, it was harder for Mourinho to say that this was a great team because he was used to training insane teams in the past. And therefore, he's been placed in a context where if you place an injury-prone Dybala, Spinazzola and these players around him, of course, seeing the teams he managed in the past with the players in it, Mourinho can't say that this is an amazing team. So of course the difference is there, but the approach to the communication, the approach towards the media going, this is a strong team. This is a strong team which has personality away from home. This team isn't scared of playing away from home. It's just living a bad phase of the season. So again, I think this is a good emphasis to see how the communication has changed, without a doubt. The name of the manager is not Mourinho. Therefore, expectations drop. And it's normal, because when you appoint a manager like Mourinho, you immediately get that flame in your mind going, right, he's won so much in his career, you kind of expect him to do it as well at Roma, which is wrong. It's wrong, because nowadays, he doesn't have the magic wand. But the approach towards the way these managers communicate and make other people aware of the situation they're in is different. And I think this is another example of it. And then the last question is again about fitness, because we have a few players who missed the friendly game in Saudi Arabia on Wednesday, and a few players which weren't 100% ready to play against Verona last Saturday. So the question is, how are Dybala, Huijsen and Mancini after their respective injuries? And how can Aouar fit in? How has he been doing after being eliminated from the African Cup, from AFCON, and back at Trigoria? I saw Paulo well. He trained 100% with his teammates, and he seemed brighter than in the first week I saw him in. I saw him a little tired, and he himself told us that he wasn't 100% free last week. Dean stopped for a few days, but I think he's fine. Yesterday he trained again with us. We didn't really do much, but he will try again today. But I think we'll have him, and that he will leave with us today without problems. Mancho is fine. He had never trained with us and had only watched, but I liked his physical condition and how he proposed himself and threw himself into the fray with the right enthusiasm and leadership. On the other hand, Aouar hasn't been on holiday. He's trained. It's not like he's lost the fitness. Aouar didn't go to the Maldives to take a bath with sharks. Aouar went to Algeria to play with his nation. So, of course, Aouar's fitness hasn't dropped. He's been training. He told me between trips and night trips that he hasn't slept much. The first day he came back, he felt tossed around from one continent to another. But he is active, and I consider him very ready to play. In fact, all of these 4 players have officially left for Salerno this afternoon and could get in or play or start or contribute to tomorrow's game. In terms of Dybala, we know him and Mancini and Huijsen stayed in Rome and avoided the trip to Saudi, which is good because these fragile players need to build consistency. Again, it's impossible to see Dybala consistent because that's who he is. Mancini, on the other hand, has been training for the first times under De Rossi because he was injured when he came, and then he was disqualified for the Verona game and didn't leave for Saudi Arabia. So this week has been a first for Mancini. And then Aouar. Again, I think Aouar's got a pivotal change here. I expect a reaction from Aouar. I think Aouar expects a reaction from himself as well. Aouar needs to play better. Aouar needs to change approach. The fact that De Rossi wants to bring a more tiki-taka, short passes, infiltration methodology into these tactics and into our formation does give me a bit of hope, because Aouar likes playing touch with Dybala. But Aouar needs to improve. I have been very disappointed from Aouar. Again, very injury-prone player. He's missed quite a few games at the start of the season because of injuries. Then he left for AFCON, and in the few games he played, he didn't really change the dynamics of the game. I expect a player who, first of all, needs to understand himself that that's not good enough and needs to change the way he plays. And second of all, I expect good cooperation from De Rossi and Aouar, because I think the way De Rossi wants to play could suit Aouar way more than how Mourinho wanted to play. These are crucial months for Aouar, because if Aouar doesn't turn up to games and plays like he did in these first 5 months, then at the end of the season he'll be gone. He will be on the transfer list. So for he himself, if he wants to stay here, he needs to start performing, because if he doesn't, then of course we won't hesitate and sell him this summer. And by the way, Aouar, in terms of psychologically and morally, of course he won't be 100% fit because his country got battered at AFCON. I thought Algeria were one of the best countries at it. But yeah, he got thrown out. Algeria got they didn't qualify for the next round, so of course he'll be disappointed for letting his country down. But again, Aouar needs a good shot. Who knows? Maybe he can start tomorrow. He definitely could get subbed in tomorrow if the game doesn't get unlocked. But we'll see what happens. Right, that was the press conference, ladies and gentlemen. Injuries, Smalling, fitness. I'm looking forward to it. The ROSSI'S first away game tomorrow. It's a crucial game. It is a crucial game. We need to absolutely beat them. As always, new tradition in. So to complete the album, the figurine album, by the end of August, by the end of the season, I've got my 2 packets today. So let's open these up and let's see if we can finally get a Roma player, I should say. Let's do this. Right. Packet number 1. Ooh, first card is a rare card, lads. It's Rabiot. Rare Rabiot card. Let it focus. There we go. Oh, we've got another rare card here. What a great start. We've got Caputo from Empoli. Again, shiny rare card. Then we have Serie B players. Then we have Moise Kean from Juventus. He's now an Atletico Madrid player. He's left today, but Moise Kean. Then we have, look at him. Jonathan Ikone. He could have joined us, but it didn't happen. Right, 2 more cards. Oh my god! 3 more cards, sorry. Look who it is. Oh my god. El Dorado. Back from his shrine. Smash the like for him. If you miss him, if you miss his face, then hit the like. Elder Shimarodov. What a great packet this has been up to now. Oh my god, I see a Roma player. Who will it be? El Capitan. First Roma player of the album. It's Lorenzo Pellegrini. I cannot wait to stick this in and start sticking Roma players in. And then we've got Valentin Jean-Drey. Lecce player. What a packet that was. Best packet of the series so far. With the highlight, obviously being our captain, Lorenzo Pellegrini. Packet number 2. Let's do this. Let's roll. And let's get another one. Dybala's in this. I smell Mate. Right. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. It's not looking good. Juric. This guy missed the penalty against us last week. Oh, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for him. Respect Milan Juric. Oh, Tikus. Marcus Thuram. What a day of packets it's been. I can't believe this. What the fuck? What the hell? That can't be right. That cannot be right. 2 packets, 2 Pellegrinis. That cannot be right. Are you having a laugh? Come on. Right, I'm giving one of them away. So if you want one of these, then all you need to do is very simple. Giveaway. We're here to do a giveaway because I don't need 2 Pellegrinis. So I'm going to give one away. If you want to win a Pellegrini figurine, all you need to do is smash the like button in this video. Be subscribed to this channel. Send me a picture of you completing these 2 steps over at info.thesimonshow@gmail.com. And I'll send you an email. Good luck, and I will send you one of these 2 Pellegrinis. And then the last player is Ruan Tresoldi, probably the weakest and most stupid player out of the entire league. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what a day of packet it's been. Shomurodov, Thuram, double Pellegrini, rare Rabiot. It's been a great one. Definitely the best series episode of this packet thingy. So, yeah, if you want to win the Pellegrini card, you got to do those steps. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and yeah, I will catch you tomorrow for the live watch along. Definitely set a reminder because it's a crucial game. Hopefully Inter beat Fiorentina tonight, and hopefully Tikus Thuram can bag a goal. Simo, can you ship it to India? I'll try. I'll definitely try. But yeah, if you want to win Pellegrini, there we go. If you want to win one of them, you gotta do what you gotta do. Smash the like. Talk to you soon. Simo out.